Hi everyone. So today I'm here joined by famous CSGO YouTuber 3kliksphilip.
Hello.
And he's kindly agreed to get interviewed about James Bond.
I love it. It's a really good series.
He's not lying. So today I just have a few questions regarding the James Bond films.
If I have to, Gary, but we better make this quick because I think the battery is about to run out.
I know your time is precious. Now, the first question, I'm going to start off quite boring. What is your favourite James Bond film?
Oh, that's a very good question. Right, I like GoldenEye because I watched it in a caravan. And I was used to the ones from the 60s, and they were rubbish. And then to watch GoldenEye, it was amazing. And my mum was like, "Phil, you got to go to bed now." And it got to that bit where the laser hit the radar place in the winter place, and the woman was scared. And then she turned it off, and I always wondered what happened to her until I watched it like 10 years after that. But for those 10 years, that was the best one.
So what age were you when you watched that film?
14. I don't know. Something like that. I was young.
Like that.
Yeah.
Next question then.
Okay.
I'm not reading these or anything. Who's your favourite James Bond?
That's a good question. I haven't seen them all. I haven't seen the one who was between scene being Sean Connery. It's alright. I know that. Don't worry. Yeah. Sean Connery and Roger Moore. I don't know the one between that.
Do you know his name?
No, that's why I don't know him. Wait, he's got like a face. I can't think of anything else. Doesn't he have that chin thing?
He does have a massive chin dimple. Yeah.
Okay, I remember that about him. What's his name?
George Lazenby.
Yeah. Haven't watched that one, so I can't really give a fair judgment. But I do like. Oh, for God, no. Pierce Brosnan. But I don't know. They all bring something to the table. I like Roger Moore because I like to think that he's playing it seriously, and he's he's given all these silly scripts, and he's trying to take it seriously because he never bursts out laughing. So I love them all.
So Pierce Brosnan, mainly linked to your favourite film then?
Possibly like that, and just because the movies in general were better than the ones from the 60s. Much better. The ones in the 60s were dire, terrible.
Yeah, I'll reserve judgment. But... So next question.
Okay.
Again, stick with the basic ones first. So twofold question. Who's your favourite villain? And on top of that, who's your favourite Bond girl?
Not too big on the Bond girls, really. No. They're not really my thing.
More into the villains themselves.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. So the answer is that guy who can't feel pain because he got shot in the face in The World Is Not Enough.
Very good.
Oh, thank you.
Can you remember what he's called?
No, but I do remember that he can't feel pain.
It's good enough, as more than some people know.
I like it because he gets... I didn't like his death that much, though. I thought it could have been more painful. I thought
like right through?
Yeah,
like out the other side.
Bounced off him, didn't it? I thought the guy...
No, it did stick in there.
Did it?
Because when he falls down to the bottom of the submarine, it's there, it's sticking out. I know that mine is going to...
That redeems it a bit, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, we'll watch it again in a minute and I'll show you that.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is not enough.
You were right the first time, The World's Not Enough.
Tomorrow Never Dies. No, the one before that.
GoldenEye. Or the one after that.
The one before The World Is Not Enough, Gary. I don't think it's GoldenEye.
Oh, Tomorrow Never Dies.
Tomorrow Never Dies, that's the one. I knew it was something to do with tomorrow.
Okay.
But the guy in that, he gets a good death. The one at the very end where he's getting stabbed in there and rocket on his foot and stuff. I think that was one of the best death sequences. So he could also be one of my favourites.
Yeah.
Just for that reason.
So you like a villain who gets a good death?
Yes.
That's what we summarised there.
Don't we all?
So you're not put off by the fact that Renard was a glorified bitch, basically.
You sure not?
Okay, just a few more questions, and I have forgotten my questions, so I'm now going to have to refer to my pink post-it. What's your favourite moment from a James Bond film?
Well, I've mentioned a couple of them already.
Indeed, yeah. So other than the knife being pierced into the guy and the big pointy gold rod
getting pierced into the guy.
Yeah.
Ooh. See, this is a really difficult one because now I've got to run my brain through every single James Bond because they all have great movies.
Easy for me.
I mean, Roger Moore coming out of the water and that pigeon doing the double take, it's hilarious. The best bit of any movie ever. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, they're all great. What can I say? What's your favourite?
Oh, that's a good question.
You said you knew, Gary.
I know. No, I can't think. No, it's
suspense.
On the spot now.
Suspense.
I know. So, favourite Bond moment. I'm going to turn the question around. I'm going to play for time whilst I reel through all of those moments. Favourite moment, you say?
Yeah, that was what I asked.
favourite moment. Yeah,
All those years ago.
Well, I'm gonna be less than original and say the pre-credits sequence for Spectre. That whole sequence as a whole.
Day of the Dead.
The long tracking shot. Even though it was edited together, that was very well done. And the whole climax of the helicopter part, that is one of my favourite pre-credit sequences. So.
See, we were talking about this earlier, about perspective in movies, and I wasn't too impressed with the helicopter fight, because although it was meant to be really low to the ground, and some of the outside scenes were very good, I think in general, the ones shot inside, I don't know, they were zoomed in a long way, and they made it look very dangerous, but it probably wasn't dangerous at all. I mean, there probably wasn't much chance of people on the ground dying in those sequences, which takes away.
There probably weren't many people there, it was all CG'd in.
Really ruins it. Do you know what the takes are, where the clips are spliced together at the beginning? Because they're well done.
I think one is as they enter the hotel, as they go up the stairwell, they zoom into a poster and then zoom out and see Bond window goes upstairs. I think another moment is when they enter the lift, feeling there, and when he walks out onto the...
When he escapes from her.
Onto the roof, yeah. I think those are your cuts there. I think there's definitely at least 3.
Wow, I wouldn't have expected that. I thought it was like 1 or 2 maximum.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Go back to the favourite moments. You've obviously got the Spy Love Me where he parachutes off the cliff and then climaxes in the Union Jack parachute.
He does what in the Union Jack?
That is interesting. This will be edited out, so that's fine.
No, this is all staying in.
This is still staying in. Good, okay. Next question. We'll do as many as I deem worthy.
Well, as long as the battery lasts.
Indeed. Haven't you plugged it in?
Okay, the SD card until it runs out of RAM.
Thank you. Glad we clarified that.
Memory.
Here's a good question. If you were a Bond villain, what would your world-threatening plot be?
We'll have to go to that thing. I don't know if you mention it at all on your channel, if it's like a dirty word, but Austin Powers. Some of the things they have there are good. But no, I think it would be... I would have a very boring plan. It would be to do with computers and taking over.
Like Quantum of Solace, basically.
Is Zoran media as well?
That was quite a good plan. Flooding the whole of Silicon Valley.
Yeah, okay, then yeah. So yeah, it would be digital of some sort.
Yeah.
I'd take over YouTube with my fame, and then I would paint James Bond as a really bad superhero, and there would be nothing he could do because everyone just wouldn't take him seriously from then on, and they'd have to fire him to keep their reputation up as an industry.
I see. Could you not just take down PewDiePie instead?
I'll do that afterwards.
But please don't discredit James Bond because I will get.
Okay, I'll keep him in for a couple of years. Just subscribe to him, by the way. He is the best. At what he does.
Thank you.
I think he's the only person.
Next question, I'm going to have to flip over my advanced interview sheet now.
Okay.
Have you ever had... Hello.
Do you have any questions for Dave?
Well, I'll go back to the start of the sheet. Who's your favourite James Bond?
I've only actually seen like a full movie from Daniel Craig. At the same time, I feel like he should be my favourite James Bond because.
So you feel there's better ones out there, you just haven't
Yeah,
seen.
yeah, basically.
Yeah, so you're just hedging your bets that the other 5 will prove better. Yeah. Good question. Was that the one that we obviously went to see, Spec?
Yeah. I've also seen Skyfall all the way through. But I don't think I've seen any other ones the whole way through. I've probably seen big.
You've probably seen the
chunks
little
of them.
snippets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They appear on the TV occasionally.
To add to that, yeah, the bad guy in the latest movie I thought was very good. The I don't remember his name. I don't remember names.
the guy who then got like a scar or something.
Yeah.
No, not him. He was terrible. No. I
Mean,
the one
Skyfall.
who got thrown out of the train.
Oh, Hinks. The big henchman.
It's not like the main guy. though,
Batista.
okay, yeah.
No.
I'm glad you don't know his name because he doesn't actually get named.
He will be named to the next one because he doesn't die. I insist he doesn't die.
So you're thinking he'll make a Jaws-like return?
Definitely. He's going to be the new Jaws. He is the new Jaws already.
Yeah.
He does everything that Jaws does apart from bite people.
Another question for Dave then. Wow, this is a rubbish question actually. I won't ask that one because you've only seen 2. Out of the 2 you've seen, which is your favourite?
I guess I prefer Spectre a bit more.
Okay.
I feel like there's more sort of tension at the end.
Yeah.
Like the bad guy when.
I apologise about the terrible video quality up till now. Didn't realise that the screen was moisturised. But it's all okay now.
Don't get that in a 3 clicks video.
Oh,
That was the chair.
Oh, okay. Let's carry on.
So, 3 clicks, Philip.
Hello.
I have one final question for you. Actually, no, two, because you didn't answer my last question fully, because Dave interrupted us.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a Bond-like experience in your life?
Yes, I did bring back a girl one night. It wasn't exactly what James Bond would have done. There was some crying. I felt bad and bought her food in the morning. It wasn't really that good. So maybe my whole life isn't like James Bond. I mean, really, is anybody's life like James Bond?
Good question.
If it was, would we watch James Bond?
Dave, what are your thoughts on this?
I think drinking alcohol is probably the closest I've got to experiencing James Bond.
Yes.
And that we can all agree. And yeah.
Shaken or stirred?
I have no preference, which is why I'm not James Bond.
I shake my apple cider because it gets rid of the bubbles and it means I can drink without feeling bloated. So I like it shaken, which is that's like James Bond. That's like James Bond.
Yeah, it is.
I'm like James Bond.
There we go. We've summarised that one quite nicely. Yeah, that fit together well. We'll go with that.
And I do terrible puns.
True. We do.
So, last questions.
Last question then. And we know how good you are at actors' names, so this will be an interesting question. There'll be more a description than an actual specific name. Who would you cast as the next James Bond?
Who's that black guy? I'm kidding, Gary, because I know he doesn't want a black James Bond. And he's not racist. He just doesn't think it suits the character for whatever reason.
It doesn't. No?
You editing this video at all?
I hope so.
I think the next James Bond would be that Fassbender. Something
Very
Fassbender.
good, we've got an actual name.
Half a
Yeah.
name.
Would you like to guess the first name?
Michael.
Well done.
No way.
Correct.
I was just going through my friends' names.
Oh,
chances.
is he the one who played in Assassin's Creed?
Yes, that's the one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the one who's a bit like my illusions, like that.
I like the moment from X-Men First Class.
That
When
was
he's going around killing people. That reminded me a bit of James Bond, so... Yeah,
it's probably better than James Bond, really.
let's not go that far.
Downgrade to just become a super agent.
Just reminded me quite much.
And now I have some questions for Gary,
Oh dear.
based on my immense knowledge of James Bond. Do you think James Bond franchise will ever end? With his death? Or something else?
I don't think he'll ever end with his death, but I do fear that there will come a time where the franchise will end. But yeah, I do think that the way they're going, they could pull the plug on it completely. Not soon, but at some point in the future.
And lastly, do you see it becoming sillier again?
Like the 60s or the 70s.
70s, 60s,
70s.
terrible.
Yeah, it depends. It depends who they cast as next James Bond. Whilst Daniel Craig's still Bond, I think they will stay along the similar vein. They try to add a bit of humour and silliness to it, but but it depends who they cast next, really, as to what kind of route they go down. So if they get another Roger Moore type, I think they will go down the more comedy route again.
Do you think they would cast a comedy person again after Roger Moore?
Wow. I guess it depends who the best candidate is. The ones who've been floated around, I think, would go down the more Daniel Craig route. So we shall have to see.
I mean, what do you base James Bond off other than past James Bonds? It must have been very difficult for Lazenby to follow on from Sean Connery, because what does he base it off?
Indeed, well, they have been going down the route of basing it on the books.
Oh,
They haven't really done it from the books, apart from Dalton and Craig.
only twice then. Logan is an excellent film. I suggest everybody should go watch it. But also,
Have you seen it?
no, Logan being an old Wolverine, spoiler, too late now. But would James Bond ever be an old James Bond? Will we see like old Sean Connery returning?
I think more so they go back to the beginning of his career again.
Or
60s film.
We could have child James Bond.
They do have young board books.
Oh no, they don't, do they? No. No.
They do.
Oh,
They're quite good.
how young?
Teenager age.
Schoolboy getting beaten up and trying to chat with girls in his class sort of age?
Yeah, not so much the beating up part, but yeah, the chatting up of girls, yeah. Gets them in trouble, gets them thrown out of the school.
So there you go, kids. Even James Bond didn't finish his education. And he's still doing better than the people who did. Went on to university and went down a respectable career.
It's about time we wrap this up now. So thank you to my interviewee Dave. So it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from Dave.
Goodbye.
And cut.
Right? Oh.
It's fine.
Sorry, I forgot about you.
You can edit it.